another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level.
Well, then welcome back to another episode of the Next Level Living Podcast. Y'all, we are rated number 1 amongst podcasts for anybody who watch podcasts. I'm talking about your favorite podcast. Yeah. It's that type of podcast. And I'm here with my co-host today. Y'all know I got to go to my right, your left. K-Hart, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, Mike.
You know
how
what?
You feeling?
I'm feeling almost as good. But you got some new merch on where I can't be feeling the same
And
type of way you're feeling.
I do. You
Girl,
don't have this one?
That Next Level Living. Oh, I don't know if the brand new ones came in a XX yet.
Oh.
So right now, God might be saying that, Mike, if you really run every day like you're supposed to, that I'll be able to get into that Next Level Living large. What'd you say? A medium?
The large. I felt the large.
My God, by the conference, maybe, Jay. My goodness, can you give me a second? He said a medium.
By the
My
conference.
goodness. And what are you wearing, Jay? Because that looks good too.
Come on.
You gotta
put it out there.
Okay. But if I can look like you in that, then I'll go down. But until then, Jay, just let me baggy my clothes out.
I'll give you this if you let me get that beard. He's like, I can't let you.
He said no deal.
No deal. I had to think about it.
He said,
I was like, it's okay, Jay. I already got that one in my size. Because that one feel good too. That one got me feeling
Why are
good.
you over here shimmying?
Because that's what I do when I get excited, Jay.
Okay.
But I have to be real with you. That's how loyal I am to the Next Level Living brand. Because I want to let y'all know, like, the place where I was born and raised, we don't do gray on gray. That's Oakland Raiders. I'm a Kansas City Chief to the death of me. So don't ever think that that's what I'm repping. I'm only repping the next level. Like, don't ever forget it. So if any ladies out there think that I'm a Raiders fan and y'all got a chance on me, our kids will be Chiefs fans for life, and they will serve Jesus.
They will serve Jesus.
Oh, random. That was you can put that at the front. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, y'all, this episode, y'all, is about to be fire, y'all. Like, we are really world changers.
Facts.
Like, the place that God has put us in, we are really world changers. And we want to break that down for y'all in this episode. Where should we start with this, y'all? Like, it's so many different angles we can come from.
Okay. Let's start with shouting out some of the world changers in our community.
I love it.
That's good.
Be rad.
Okay.
Hold on. When we say our community, I want to clarify.
Thank you.
So we got the overall Next Level Living family.
True,
y'all are all of our next levelers, but we also got our Next Level Speakers Academy.
Yeah.
So these are people that are in our speaker coaching program with me, E.T., Inky Johnson. And so we about to shout out some of the people. Go for it. Yeah.
So some of these people are just making major moves and making major headway and making waves in the community, making a difference, and then in their own lives and their families. And so that's why we want to just start off just by shouting them out, showing them some love. B-Rad, my brother, our brother.
Yes.
Yo, we proud of you, bro. Like, this man has made $70K in 6 months.
That's
with just speaking, y'all.
And he took 6 months off because he had a new baby.
Oh, my God.
How dope is that?
Oh, my God. Okay. See, I didn't even know that little drip of detail. He took the time off and made $70K on his time off because of the new baby.
So he's like, clear my calendar.
God. So he got more time with his baby, got more money, and he's still able to do the things that matter most to him in his heart. Like,
super proud of him.
Shout out to our brother. Who else we gonna shout out?
Tia Banks. And I love Tia Banks, man. She out here climbing mountains. She's known, like she climbed, excuse me, I clowned Mike and he clowned me, but she climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I think twice? Once. That's enough. Don't let me be clear, right?
Big facts.
But man, she just got one of her recent checks, man, just got $8,500.
And that was her first speaking gig?
No, she's been speaking a lot, but that was I think that was her most recent paid one.
Okay.
That's dope.
Wow.
And here's the
People
crazy
don't think
thing.
you can get paid to speak, Jay.
Right.
$8,500 for a speaking
and if you know
gig.
these people, like if you know Tia Banks, man, her smile lights up the room. She's got such a great heart. She'll speak for free, like me and B-Rad all day. Yeah. But to get compensated like that for it, I'm proud of her, man.
And
Folks
happy
getting results.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
We should make that a set segment. What we gonna call it?
Next level.
Student spotlight, show love segment.
You know what? I like all of these ideas. Let's brainstorm and put it out there. Matter of fact, y'all in the comments, what's a dope phrase that we can put together to show other people love? What would y'all want to hear? What y'all think is dope? Give us about 10, 20 comments, and we're going to choose maybe something from out the comments.
Next level leaders.
Unless it ain't good, then we just going to do it amongst ourselves. Yeah. But I got faith in y'all. So help us out.
Let's go. And if we don't hear from y'all, we're going to call it the next level speaker spotlight. Bro, that's what we put on the ground.
That sounds dope anyway. Yeah. So, matter of fact, now I'm going to challenge y'all. It has to be doper than the next level speaker spotlight because that's fire to me. Next level speaker spotlight. Yeah, that's what we going with until y'all change our mind. Show us what you got. They can rock with that.
And we want to do that because we like celebrating people.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like we don't want to
gotta give y'all flowers. For sure.
Absolutely.
So for the people that are interested in joining the Academy, the speakers program, what is it like open enrollment? Is there a particular date that they need to sign up for? Or how does that work?
Yeah, it is open enrollment. This is what I would tell people, right? If you have a passion for speaking, if you got a message, you got a story, you want to share, you want to enhance people, we view it as ministry. Whether you're doing corporate, whether you're doing schools, whether you're doing churches, men and women empowerment, speaking in jails, it's all ministry. Because when you speak, it moves people, it changes people, it gives them hope and inspiration. So we view it all as ministry. So with that being said, if you're interested in sharing your story to enhance and better the lives of other people, I can't think of any other professional speaking program that's anywhere near ours. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. Like we operate with a spirit of excellence. You see Tavon's here shaking his head like we different. And so it is open enrollment. And we recently partnered with ET. For those of y'all that don't know, Dr. Eric Thomas, the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Like he was living in homeless and was eating out of trash cans for years, like struggle. And when he finally got to college, it took him 12 years to get a degree. Someone like that, you know what I'm saying, grew up without his biological father, like someone like that with so much dysfunction is now getting paid $200,000 every time he takes the stage. He's a pastor, he's a minister, but the greatness that's inside him is so great. Organizations are paying him. I thought I was doing something. I got 50 grand.
Oh, you are, Jay. You are.
Right, but it's levels to it.
It's levels.
Praise God.
But
and so
yes,
to say
you
all
are.
that, and Inky Johnson, like we talk about people doing seven figures, multiple 7 figures a year speaking. We together now have built out the Speakers Academy 2.0. And so yeah, if you're interested, if you're listening, it's nextlevelspeakersacademy.com. Super simple, nextlevelspeakersacademy.com. If you're watching it on YouTube, like there'll be a link in the description, but tap in because we got chapters now. So we got like the Florida chapter opening up soon, Chicago chapter, Atlanta, New York, Cali, Dallas. So when we have our conference, it's going to be a movie. So yeah, tap in or tap out.
So what's the difference between the Academy and the Elite?
You see that clear his throat? Y'all hear him clear his throat? That's a cha-ching. That is a service that he knows there's a difference. Like if you think you're getting blessed at the Next Level Speakers Academy level, if you invest in yourself to the elite, I heard E.T. said something. He said, some of y'all are worried about paying money instead of investing in yourself. He's like, and I heard someone else say that some people won't put enough money into a program because they don't believe they're worth it. Yeah. You have to believe that you're worth what you're investing in for you to even go that hard to even be elite in anything, not even just a Speakers Academy, just to be elite. I was about to do a Tom Brady segment, and I don't even like him as a quarterback because he beat my team up. But this dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got it.
Yeah.
They don't need me. Go ahead.
You good.
No, for sure. Go ahead.
And you on another level,
bro. You too, bro.
Because the 2022 version would have went into a 7-minute story about Tom Brady, which would have been dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate that.
And the 22 version of you would have played me and like highlighted in front of everybody. But the 2023 version wouldn't have. Wait.
It's like when you get to the 4-minute mark, that's when I'll be like, okay.
Okay.
I extend grace, but my grace run out, my boy.
Oh my God.
No, seriously though.
I can. I will. I'm
Always grateful. So what does it look like in the future? You might not always be your best, but you can always bring me your best.
This academy has brought so much value to me and my family.
I cannot recommend Next Level Speakers Academy enough.
One gig, $18,000.
My most recent check was for $6,700.
We started the Next Level Speakers Academy because it's one thing for me to be a successful professional speaker, E.T. Inky, and we've gotten to a super great heights as speakers. But we realized for us to really change the world, we want to be responsible for training up
the next generation of speakers. And so we decided to create the Next Level Speakers Academy 2.0 and do it together so that we could really enhance the lives, really give speakers across the world, people who are aspiring speakers or currently speakers, show them what it takes to become a speaker at that next level and operate in their full gift. So as they share their message and story, it opens up multiple opportunities, and this is how we change the world together. You know what makes our Next Level Speakers Academy so cool is we're a very diverse group of people, all about making impact. So whether you want to speak in corporate or schools or churches or men and women empowerment or universities, our program will give you what you need to take your message and share it with the world. The people in our Speakers Academy begin to say, like, we want more. Yeah. And so they like, man, can we travel with you? Like, we need help. Can you build us out a website and a logo and the branding and the press kit? Like,
can you do everything?
Yeah, everything.
Can you set it up?
Right.
We just want to speak and we want to learn how to speak. Can you take care of everything else outside of it and put us in rooms for us to have these opportunities?
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So the elite program, Chris, to answer your question, is like you got the academy as a whole, you know what I'm saying? But then you have the elite, which is like a close inner circle of people who are ready to make an elite investment in themselves. Yeah. And then we do your branding, your website. We put you on stage. Our photographers are capturing your images, like everything you need to get paid $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to speak. So it's like a done for you type of program.
Okay. So then simplifying it way down, the academy is we're going to teach you everything you need. We're going to tell you everything you need. We're going to give you the tools. The elite is like, we are going to go with you through this journey while you get everything you need and hold you accountable each step of the way.
Yes, and we do all the stuff for you. So we're presenting you with logos. We're presenting you with EPKs. We're presenting you with websites. You want to tweak this. We're doing your custom speakers reel.
Yep.
Some people say, but I haven't really been on stages. Well, that's why we invest tens of thousands of dollars in our stages with the lights and the smoke and to really give it that feel. It's our responsibility to put people in the best position. And so that's what we do with our elite program.
Jeremy, y'all take people on vacations. Like, let's not get it twisted. I know you're not gonna talk about yourself too much, but I will. Y'all, these people be in elite communities meeting in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Like while you're sitting there trying to go vacation, they get the vacation while still growing as a speaker.
Yeah.
They're in Mexico. You have elements that you're already trying to plan for your life, and you're trying to invest money into things that compromise you being able to be a speaker when they have already thought for you the fact that you may need a vacation.
And then people become international speakers because when you take the stage in Jamaica, you take the stage in Cancun, Mexico, you take the stage in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying? Like you are now speaking abroad. So now you're an international speaker.
Instantly.
And then it's also a vacation, but we also work and we do masterminds and we actually have a mastermind every other month. Sometimes they're in Atlanta, sometimes they're at a resort somewhere. But let me tell you something, bro. We are a value factory.
Boy.
We a value factory. Okay. Like we just manufacture, we just build out more value.
I love
and
that.
when we see gaps, we notice, man, some of our people are under pressure. Some of our people are under stress. So this next mastermind, let's go to Cancun so you can get away and relax in Woosah, and revival still falls upon those places. Folks is still crying at every mastermind because there's an anointing with us and our organization, and the presence of God is there, and it's holistic. Golly, our program is true. Like people be leaving, feeling like, man, I feel renewed. I feel refreshed. I feel revived. I got game. I know now what to do with my different speaking career. And y'all put me on stage. Now I'm an international speaker. Like, bro, we about to change the world.
That's different.
At the end of the day, we about to change the world. People say, Jeremy, you speak so much because I want to make impact and change the world. How can I make multiple impact? I can still jump on the plane twice a week, or I can help 2,000 people jump on the plane twice a week. And now we make that much more impact. So when the man of God, E.T., the Dr. Eric Thomas, hit me and said, hey, let's do this thing together. Let's bring on Inky, high character, high morals, family man. I'm just thinking like, why not? And so now together, 3 of the top speakers in the world are together, supporting each other, and a whole community of people in the academy or the elite world. Listen to me. World changers. I just got a call. What country was my man in, Crump? when they asked him to speak for the third time? Shoot, help me out, Deanna. Anybody remember? Ghana. Listen to me, y'all. We had one of our academy members speak in Ghana for the third time. They just like, can you come and speak again? So my man there putting in world changers. We make an impact in South Africa. We make an impact in Ghana. We make an impact in London. We make an impact in Biloxi, Mississippi. Like, we literally got 1,000 people out here speaking and making impact, and that's how we change the world. Because people, let me tell you something. There will never be enough inspiration.
Say that,
There
Jay.
will never be enough motivation. There will never be enough love. Ain't nobody gonna say, all right, there's enough love out here. It's enough unity out here in the world. No. I believe that the more the humans grow and evolve, the more wicked the world gonna be.
That's it.
So we supposed to be that light.
We
You
have
feel
to
me?
be.
So when I talk about world changers, I'm like, man, our community is not just giving people the game. We're putting them in the game. We're showing them what it takes to go out here and dominate. Dominate what? People's hearts.
Yep.
Dominate their minds. Yep. Dominate that space, that job. Dominate your home.
Character.
The
Yep.
character.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what we on. And so we believe, Chris, the more people we can support, the more people we can change, the more people we can pray with, bro.
That part.
We praying before our different meetings and sessions. We had a
Everything.
conference and baptized 30 people by accident. I didn't know, but
God did.
there we go. Yeah, so I can't. So when I say world changers, like me and E.T. realize, he been speaking for 30 years, Inky for 16, me for 13, and it's like, okay, we're making amazing impact. Bro, I was in Cape Town, walking through the mall, bro, and this dude walks up to me. Full government name, Jeremy Anderson. Bro, I'm in a different country.
Wow.
And I'm thinking like, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing, bro. I got my shades on.
Yep.
I got my hat and my shades on. I'm
Right.
just in there chilling. Not because I don't want to be seen. I just feeling myself. I put them Gucci things on. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking through the mall, chilling, minding my business. He's like, bro, I love your work. He's like, I'm trying to come to your conference, you know, it's in January or the big one during the summertime. He's like, man, I want to connect with you. I want to be a speaker. I'm thinking like, wow, I'm in another country in the mall, just minding my business, and my man sees me and notices me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, really world changes, and people look at what we've done so far, and I'm like, this is just the beginning.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah,
what's
come on.
next? What you got? What you got coming up?
So for now, I feel like last year, one thing that Crump, our director, so he's over the Speakers Academy and the Speakers Elite program. He's the number one go-to. He's a coach. Like, he's doing a phenomenal job there. We put together so many systems in place. So now everything from our meetings and our sessions and our trainings and the course and the community and the chapters and the speech practice calls. Oh yeah, we have virtual speech practice calls because we don't want our members out here speaking for the first time in front of a bunch of people you don't know. In the safety of our community, you can present and we can give you feedback. And so it's just different. So now, last year we really took the time to strengthen the program, to make some tweaks, and now we're ready for thousands more to join. At the end of the day, I'm just like, let's just have the number one professional speaking platform out here. So whether somebody wants to work in corporate, or somebody wants to work with sports teams, or somebody wants to go into independent ministry, like whatever you want to do when it comes to grabbing that microphone and speaking and sharing the gift and story that God has given you, we want to be responsible for showing you how to do it at the highest level so you can make the biggest impact out here in the world. And we focus more on impact than we do income. I promise you, like everybody that joins our community, a sidebar, Nick, you there? Yeah. Remind me, I want to have a special course and put the Grace Tour videos on there. And it's free, but everybody that's in 2.0, I want them to almost see it. I want people to see me feeding homeless people for years. I want people to see me speaking in group homes, see me speaking in homeless shelters. Chris, I remember one time I was on Skid Row speaking at a homeless shelter. It's about 18 people in there. Half of them, I started to say they was crackheads. It is what it is. They struggling. Some people was there trying to get their VA benefits. Some people was trying to get a meal. Half the people was asleep. And I was up there pouring my heart out. Like they paid me $40,000.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just praying, like, God, minister to them, sparks them inside their brain. May they believe their condition will not be their conclusion. Like, we go into group homes and detention centers and jails and prisons and churches and schools for years.
Man.
People see where I am now. People see me traveling with ET now. I knew ET 30 years ago when he first started a GED program. He was 21, I was 11. So we've been doing that. I tell people all the time, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Come on, Jay.
You feel me? So when I talk about global impact, when I talk about world changers, I need people now in the academy to even know, like, I've been doing this at a high level, but I ain't have a whole bunch of eyes on me. I just had my head down. Bro, you know, Mike, you was pulling up in certain cities,
we was together, bro. Like, the reason why it makes me chuckle is because I see God in the whole process now.
Yeah.
Then I just respected you.
Right.
Like, of course I respect you now, but I'm saying then that's all I did. So all I did was just trust you. You was just like, Mike, this is what we doing. Let's ride out. We rolling.
Right.
Now I see you're covered. I see you're anointed. It makes me chuckle when people wonder, like, how do you speak with so much conviction? And how are you able to be so powerful? And then I hear you be transparent and say, because I grew up speaking of crackheads and dope fiends who are passed out, and I didn't know if anybody could hear me, and I was trying to speak through that addiction to let them know that their condition would not be their conclusion. So when I talk to you, that's easy because you can see me. Yes. I'm talking to people that can't even see themselves. Bro, absolutely, I trust you, bro. Absolutely, I'll follow you. Absolutely, I'm rocking with you because I know that this is God's work and you are a world changer. We are world changers. Thanks. You are a world changer. And we need y'all to accept. The faster you can accept this assignment, the faster God can start putting you in your purpose, in your lane. But you got to stand tall in that without the recognition, without the feedback, without the eye contact, and really start laying some bricks in the place that God has you. Right. Everybody ain't supposed to be a speaker like Jay. Y'all, like, I've realized that my passion and that my focus is hosting. I love what I do, and that's where I'm great at. It's a different space than a lot of other speakers, but this is where God has called me to do.
In this season. And that's what you're comfortable at. Yeah. Because if I put you in front of some people and said, Mike, you got 45 minutes, I want you to break down these 4 points. I got no doubt what you can do.
For sure.
But I want the people to understand, you said we are world changers. What he didn't say, Chris? He didn't say we are world inspirators or inspirers or we're world motivators. No, we literally are world changers. Me and E.T. was preparing for this event we recently had in January. And we said, hey, for the next 30 days, we're going to pray and talk every day about the event. So we have our special prayer call. And I remember one time in one of his prayers, he said something deep, Jerry. He was thanking God. He was like, man, God, I thank you for the next, and he began to name like powerful people. He was like, man, the next, you know what I'm saying, Marcus Garvey could be in here, right? The, you know what I'm saying, the next Dr. King could be in this room of people we about to train. He was like, God, we don't know what crazy level these people are gonna go to. Like the next small church pastor or the next mega church pastor could be in this room. So when we say world changers, we really sitting back like, man, we about to equip people to go out here and share the most powerful thing in the world, which is their testimony.
Absolutely.
And their story.
You feeling it, Chris?
I can feel it.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what I'm on because people need it. Like if I ask you, Chris, if you go through a hard time, do you want to hear from somebody who read some really deep stuff in the book, or would you rather get some encouragement from somebody who went through that very thing?
Oh, I need you to go through it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, miss me with the
doctor
so-and-so.
There's not enough text you can read in order to tell me how to get through this if you've never been through it. No.
And so that's why I tell people. People be like, man, I went through this, I went through that, it was so painful. I'm looking at them like, you so powerful. Yeah. They saying it was painful. I'm like, but you powerful. Yeah. Because it didn't kill you. Yeah. You still here. Yeah. You still standing. Yeah. You still strong. And after all you've gone through, you got the nerve to want to help other people. I tell people all the time, when you really speak effectively, your pain will be their gain.
Oof.
your pain will be their gain. So it's like, I know all the different things I've gone through, and then in adulthood and adult life, and then even out of the adult game, and in marriage, and in counseling, and in therapy, and depression. I'm like, man, I got so much to share, and I don't mind being open and vulnerable. Yeah. Somebody one time, Chris, they was like, are you ever embarrassed about? I'm like, yeah, people ain't got no heaven and hell to put me in.
That part.
I'm not trying to impress people.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on that. So I don't even get in. I'm like, I'm about to put all my stuff out here. And if you got the spirit to say, oh, he did that,
You're not even
that
ready.
was dumb, then you ain't even ready.
Because you still focused on me. You can't even see you yet.
Come on.
And listen, y'all, it's another group of people too. There's people out there that think that you're not worthy because you haven't gone through enough yet. Let me tell you something. The Bible says that obedience is better than sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice years of your life going through a whole bunch of mess. You can be obedient to this guideline that God has already given us, this outline that people who have already gone through is already
giving you the
on.
game.
They're giving you the game. Somebody said that the reason why they're obsessed with reading books is because people go their whole lives and then write a book. So they take a whole life worth of experience and then put it in there. But I can read this book and get their life in this moment. He is giving you his life in these moments, in this academy, in the elite. He's giving you his life. He's giving you the game. He's giving you an opportunity to be where he is before him because he's giving you the experiences all wrapped up in one. If you all take this and be obedient to the process, if you just sign up and be available, to be willing to be afflicted, then your pain that you go through as a result of signing up for this process, because it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It can be someone else's gain.
Yeah. And on the flip end, the fulfillment that you get.
That part.
And when I take the stage and speak and I share whatever kind of audience it is, like I'm walking away knowing I gave them what God. And so when people come and say, man, you was talking to me, that's exactly what I need to hear. I was just wondering that. I'm not surprised.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew into this position. I literally grew into this position. I want to speak to something, bro.
Thank you, bro. Please.
When you said, you know, some of y'all might not feel like you ready for it. Let me tell you something. If you 18, 19, 20, and you've experienced something, you got some love on your heart, I can see you already being a speaker. I don't care if you ain't finished school. I ain't nobody tripping on that. Because there are some elementary school kids that would love to hear that. There were some boys and girls programs. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say there's also other children that can teach children things. Like the Children's Speakers Academy, one day when it happens, is also going to be a thing.
Come on.
Because people want to hear from their peers.
Absolutely.
Like an older person that say, oh, I did this 20 years ago is not as relevant as a person that is in middle school now that's speaking to a fifth grader.
Yeah.
Like this is how I'm preparing you to be in middle school.
Yeah.
It's going to be different. Once y'all have that, let me know.
Yeah,
you know,
I like that.
Go ahead.
So it's like there was you grow into the different things that you want to do.
Yeah, you have different seasons, and each person can speak to somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many years of life experience you have. If you're speaking to something relevant to what they're going through,
that's it.
You could be any age.
Here's my beef, is when people want to speak in areas on things they're not an authority in.
That part.
I'm like, bro, you've been winning financially for a year. You not a financial guru.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just like, just hold on now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, somebody, you've been married for 3 years and you probably experienced a lot, but you're not a marriage expert, right? But it's like, but what you have experienced and what you have overcome, you can speak from that place.
And it's powerful.
Yeah, and right.
There's
and
somebody for it.
Somebody needs to hear that.
Absolutely.
The only time I tell somebody to sit your butt down from speaking is if you're trying to talk about something you ain't never really lived.
Right.
Like that's a problem. Right. I remember when I first started speaking, I would do a lot of schools and churches, but all the churches that would book me, it was just like youth programs. And after the third year, Stevan, I kind of felt like, I ain't just a youth speaker. Like, I got more. Yeah. And then it wasn't until I went through some things in my personal life, in my marriage, in adulthood, and I had to face and deal with some stuff. I stood in front of now adults with a different type of energy now. I ain't got called to speak for a youth program, and I don't know how many years. I grew into this. Some of the pain that I had to endure prepared me for the new season. So God was like, oh, you ready to start speaking and ministering to adults now? I'm going to let you go through some adult issues. I'm going to let you experience some adult challenges. So now you have a different type of depth So you ain't up there on some shallow stuff and just with the hoopla. It's like you got depth now. I ain't never really been good at exegesis and preaching and homiletics. Like, I ain't never really studied it like that because that ain't never really been my swag. But it's just like, but what I've gone through. So yeah, I can reference the book of John, the book of James, and 2 Corinthians. I also can reference the book of Jeremy, chapter 4, verse 12. You know, like what I went through. Like, so I'm always going to pay homage to the word of God in the Bible and reference the men and women but there are men and women who live today that's going through some things. And our strength, our perseverance can enhance the lives of somebody else. So when we talk about world changers, man, we about to go all the way up in 23.
Yeah. I love it.
I promise you.
I love it.
Bye.
Y'all.
And that's
Bye. Y'all, listen, this is the next level. We're changing the world.
Facts.
If your focus is not on making someone else grow and win, you are selfish. If you're only focused on what you can do for yourself, then you are never going to be a part of the elite community that are world changers. You cannot change the world only focused on yourself. Find a way to service someone else through something authentic that you've experienced or gone through. And once you start serving them through that, you're going to take your life from one level to the next level to the next level.
I love it.
And we're going to see them where?
Next week.
Next week, y'all. But at the top. That's it. There we go.
Oh, I thought you were doing a double cilantro.
You're ready. It's a double. It's a double.
We'll see you next week.
Next week. And at the top. Boom, boom. All right, bye. Like Jay said, just bye.